Yo guys, welcome back to another YouTube live stream. It's me, MrJayOWhy. Hope you're having a awesome day. How long since I last streamed? I've streamed this week, I'm pretty sure. Within a week. Anyway, well, can't be everywhere all at once. That's what I say. If I could duplicate myself and be live streaming and be doing something else at the same time, I would. Okay, I would. What is happening here? What's happening to YouTube? Hello, YouTube, are you good? Okay. I only just think I'm going live. What the hell is happening here? What is occurring? What are my thoughts on the 7 so far? You mean what we have of the 7 currently? If you mean the new 7 that's forming, I don't know. The visitor is still unknown. See what I did there? No, I don't know. It's quite a stumbling block for me at the moment. I'm starting to. It's getting very back end of chapter 4, where you got loads of really cool elements. I would like to say this, but since I've gone on this 4, I might as well. About the new 7, you got all these cool elements, but they're just all very much not together at the moment. You got OG and what OG truly is, which we're going to talk about in the stream a little bit more, and you got this over here. So, I don't know. I still think this visitor reality unknown, even though he is apparently not our visitor. Where's his 7? Where's his 7? I don't know. Something fishy's going on there. Anyway, what I think about the state is it was the most logical outcome. Nothing really changed. As I kept saying though, I always felt that they left the last one for a reason, and it was Paradigm. They left Paradigm to last, so I was like, is she alive or is something else going on here? And it turns out something else is going on here. Obviously, Singularity and Paradigm's connection with Singularity because of the whole mech thing. So that's obviously why they left Paradigm to last. Hey, someone in my comments made a point. So I guess maybe I took it from a wrong angle, but the recap, it made it sound like, if you wasn't familiar with the story, it made it sound like that Zero Fusion was Paradigm's, what the 7 felt like they didn't trust her with, but when it wasn't, it was the whole chapter 1 in the mech thing. But someone did say, the whole Singularity and Amy going, Singularity? Singularity's part of the IO. She would never work for us. And then someone went, in my comment section, went, Jones is white there. And then I went, what did I say? Midas, the Order, Jules. Literally every single person in the room at one point or another. And obviously, I know some people think the Foundation, some other members of 7 may have been intertwined at one point, but forget about that. There's enough members or prime members. The elites. So why Singularity all of a sudden the issue here? What do you mean? Oh, she's part of the IO. We can't work with anyone from the IO. We would never, ever work with anyone who's had any form of connection to the imagined order. Okay, Amy. Okay. Sorry, I got a bit carried away in there. The way the visitor says and does, you think he suffers? Do you think the visitor is our visitor working for the Dark Voyage or brainwashed? He does say... People keep saying, oh no, you're looking too much into it. It's definitely some guy from an alternate reality or some form. Whatever OG turns out to be. I hope we work that one out soon. I hope we do get that sort of nailed down at some point in the next, like, 2 months, maybe. But yeah, he does come across like I feel like there's some, what do you call it? Suffering there. Something's happened there. What's them movies where it's like, oh, and they're all happy, and it turns out, yeah, I'm just gonna go to my mum. I'll be back in a minute. Turns out they're living no one, and everyone's already dead, and it's like, oh my god, I didn't see that coming. I feel like that's the same thing with the visitor. I feel like that's the same thing with the visitor. That's the vibe I'm getting. Or it might, you know what, Fortnite has done the most obvious things recently with the whole recapping, I suppose, the tape. So maybe they are just going, oh, he isn't our visitor. But, you know, if all hands need to be on deck, then why hasn't he, you know, got his 7 involved? There's not like an issue there? Like, what's happening here? Thoughts on Singularity being part of the story? Well, we can't have her because, you know, she worked for the Imagined Order. What do you think Jones, Jules, Midas, every single member of the elites will think about in that one? No, it's really good to see her back. I had been a couple of videos before. I was like, okay, I can really see Singularity happening now. We have been talking about her on and off, like this chapter. So, you know, I'm really looking forward to her arrival. Amy does seem slightly worried now when she said it, because she, you know, IO. It's trying to make us seem like, but most of the people that are on our team at one point or another work for the Imagined Order, so it's not crazy. But maybe Singularity is like deep IO, and Jones and the others are maybe a bit different. But then Sloane was part of the IO, and she helped us. But then she's only worked with Jones. She's never worked with any. Oh no, well, he got the Luminaries, but that was for her own. Anyway, but how Singularity would fit? Obviously, with the whole Vault thing coming up. Yeah, okay. The next bit I want to get on is actually part of the video I want to talk about. So, we probably should load up to OG. Because obviously about some of the leaks from the Unvaulted event has already occurred, which got some people speaking about something else. So I should probably make our way into OG and have a little look-see. You deleted Fortnite after 9 years? Typical. You know what I always say about stuff like this? Like, why do you keep playing the game? Why do you play the game up to a certain point where you just got burnt out from it and got frustrated about it because it needs to offer you something that it's not currently offering you? Just walk away from the game. No need to delete it. Unless you're on console, it's quite big at the moment. They do need a thin client, so maybe it is the right thing to delete it. It is a big game. They do need a thin client. Singularity is better than Paradigm. Let's be real. Paradigm is a bit more of a together character than Singularity. But I do get what you're also saying. I feel like there's real nice sort of. There's a possibility. The IO connection is a bit more intriguing with Singularity, of course. I did see Tater responding to a tweet about someone saying that Singularity is the Imagine and the Order's mum, which does come up every so often. That has come up before. We've talked about that on here. I don't know how I feel about it, but you know, I don't know. No, I'm just saying the Dark Dominion can fit in here nicely, like a building, Dark Voyager, chapter 1, season 11, the extended cut. That's what I'm calling it. Okay, that was a good entrance. So we find ourselves. You know what? No, I want the higher angle. That's an awful angle to start the video. Oh my god. Thanks, government. I swear you just used to be able to run up these, even, you know. I swear, even old times, I'm sure you just used to be able to, like, I don't remember this being so, oh, you know what, never mind, I don't know, maybe I'm just misremembering. Okay, we'll get on that mountain, that must be better. You were never able to one-up them. No, were you not? I don't know. So finally, the Vault is back in the game. One of the most extraordinary things in the past 7 years to come out the Fortnite storyline. Because of the whole Singularity connection and Singularity being the Vault Keeper, we do assume, you know, the IO obviously was the ones in control. But this technology for me has, I don't know, it never sits right with me. I always feel like there was someone else at play. Was it controlled? You know, was it built by the Last Reality and the Imagine Order somehow came across it? So it just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So cool knowing it. Maybe I should do a tier list of, I wouldn't know what you would call them. It's not really POIs, it's like more like recall lore elements. So, you know, like the Vault, the Sevens calendar, the Loopers calendar, the Time Machine, like recall story elements. I think this be up there. Obviously the 0 point. I think the Vault is like a close second. Like just, and how it even opens up is so cool. Like it doesn't open, it just, you know, it doesn't just go and the door opens. These things go like down. Obviously we've got the whole keys and that will happen soon as well. Might have just knocked the modem there. Each one needs a key. Like it's just really cool element, and it is a little shame that obviously it hasn't really ever been able to be utilized again. But with OG, we can have a round two with we can have a round two with the Vault. Obviously, we know Singularity is the Vault Keeper. I've already talked about that. But we also know, because of the 7 status update, that Paradigm is dead or sacrificed herself to Zero Fusion. But the Singularity, does anyone remember that? But the Singularity is on her way. Part of the IO, as Amy screamed, she can't work with us. She's part of the IO, even though every single character we're currently interacting with is Jones, Jules, every single member of the Elites. There haven't been a problem, but Singularity is apparently the problem. So is that a little bit of an oversight from the writers, or is Singularity just much more deeper into the Imagine Order's ethos than maybe the two daughters of Geno? I don't know. But yes, I have been marking the date in my calendar, even though it's still not quite announced, is it? But obviously the Unvaulting event, which may or may not clarify some pretty big points, like what the hell is OG? Is it in the past? And with some possible evidence that has come out recently, is that more possible than it was always in the past? Is it a duplicate reality? Was it created after Big Bang? Is it some sort of game from the Last Reality? But obviously that's what we're going to talk about. If I remember to a bookmark. Hello there. Yeah, I'm just saying it how I say it. I'm saying it how I see it. Like, what is going on here? Is something downloading on my computer? I might have to do an editor J moment here if I can't get up on the stream. But the internet seems to be absolutely just not allowing me. Usually means Epic Games Launcher is just strangleholding the computer into. Okay, typical, fair enough. Yeah, I can't get on X or Twitter. That's the first time I've ever called it X. Damn, they're winning. It's streamed good. I think that something must be downloading in the background. I blame Epic. Okay, so Editor J will bring up a picture here of the 0 point that was in the vault, but it's not really the 0 point. It's not the orb structure we're used to. It's sort of a... God, it would be... Oh, God, we need to get up. I'm trying to explain it for you guys, but then to... Oh, wait. No, hold on. What is happening? Transparent mesh. You know what? That's a bit. Yes, I am talking. Thanks. The transparent mesh that made some people jump to the conclusion that there either is 2 0 point. See, it doesn't even make sense to say. I can't even make it make sense in English. There's either 2 0 points or OGs in the past. But I would like to state that obviously the Chapter 7 Season 2 event happens before the Unvaulted event. I do believe that is the case. So obviously one theory we have been saying is once the 0 point is pulled together, the Dark Voyager will move it to the vault in this reality. And they essentially, you know, re-rolled the dice to create another reality like OG with the same sort of elements. You know, the last reality has been looking through billions amounts of loops over the course of 8 years. Fortnite, biggest faction in the last reality, definitely has the powers and capabilities. And if they do have the reality altering 0 point at one point, they must be able to duplicate several hundred realities and shift like the reality stone in Marvel. So it is possible that the 0 point will move here, and that is what we will see, and that is what's, you know, people are talking about in terms of the transparent mesh for the vault, which is actually not very transparent. This is one thing I don't really get about the 0 point. So it seems like we've seen the 0 point in Chapter 4 as a solid object, and also in Chapter 2, Season 6 as a solid object, but that was through the chrome and the chromium or whatever the spire was. But we were watching old videos of the Unvaulted event, and maybe they didn't, for that event, they wasn't able to make it so it was like the 0 point is now, where you would go into it and you would rift, and they could have just done that, but instead it was a solid object. If you were pickaxing it, it would like you were pickaxing a wall essentially. And obviously Singularity picked it up and cracked it like it had a shell, and we haven't seen that shell like ever since. So could it have been, at least from that point when we saw it in a vault, that it was just energy, and it wasn't like it was in like an incubation chamber, the 0 point was, and you know, but I don't know if I like that. But this is what I was saying earlier, that we're in such a really difficult position where we got really loads of cool elements, and to make a sort of coherent narrative is kind of difficult. It was like an energy shield barrier. Yeah, but the reason why I wouldn't go hard in that is because you do see Paradigm crack said 0 point when she drains the energy. But did she crack that and then take the 0 point? So it was like what was left behind was just a glass shell, which she then cracked the 0 point out of it. I've got to tell it how I see it, and I can't. I don't. Gone are the days where MrJayOWhy would go so hard in on a theory. I don't really want to do that. I just want to tell you guys what I see, what are the possible possibilities, and then go from there. Damn, this storm thick. But yeah, just pretend you see a transparent thing under Editor J. Will have to get that image afterwards. See, the earlier theory we had back in Chapter 6, before even the 0 point started to be reconstructed, was that they somehow had a portal to a vault somewhere, because that's what Midas had, you know, the vault at Utopia, essentially. Now, later on, we thought, oh, that could be some sort of portal that would access that location. And so too, this door that we see in OG is an access point to the same location. And that basically it was a, you know, like a pit, like an incubation pit where they would have thrown in the zero shards to keep them safe. Boom, 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 and then somehow in that sort of incubation chamber in OG, they would somehow come together. That was one of the early sort of conversations I believe we have. I don't know if anyone in this chat was currently present, but I thought that was a very interesting way they could have done it. But yeah, we do need the whole OG answer, and if it is the past, then it is, but then it's not really affecting anything in our present. But would it? Because obviously we're in a different reality. Most IPs like Marvel and DC keeps their timelines very coherent, so any time shenanigans wouldn't really be felt from where we are. And to be fair, even if this was our past, yes, I know we got a red cube, but most events correlated to the same as what they did in 2018, so the changes would be very minimal anyway, that we probably wouldn't even feel them. I don't really like that, but I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I know obviously the Cube Cradle appeared, and that's quite a big change, or sorry, the Dark Harvester, that's obviously a massive change. That didn't happen, but because most of us are loopers, and we only will remember that when we escape the loop, and it didn't really change much. It's like, okay, Albany Air, that would have probably had minimal changes too. But I was kind of thinking about Back to the Future, because Back to the Future, for the first one, I wonder if Fortnite might do this, right? Where back in the original OG season, they made it very clear that it was the butterfly effect, and every time they listened to the audio, it changed, so there was a ripple effect going forward, and that should be very condensed. That is a grandfather clock paradox. So anything that has changed in the past doesn't branch a timeline. That is one singular timeline, like a malleable timeline. I think they call it something along the lines of that. So anything that changes into the present. But unless I'm wrong about this, Back to the Future 2, spoilers, it's been out for 50 years. Back to the Future 2 worked off a branch timeline, and that things aren't, because when Biff travels back, he should have been existed from the timeline immediately, or he should have forgotten about his prior life, which I can't remember what point. They obviously made something up to make that make sense. But I think Doc said, oh, this is the reason why you can only remember this, and that's what Fortnite will have to do. And it's called they've got to be careful that it doesn't sound like what they call it, like a double mumbo jumbo, where it gets too not believable, like you can only have so many elements at one time, or it just sort of caves in on itself and it just becomes like, what are we talking about here? Which that's what most of these streams are turning into, because it's like we're trying to make sense of what's happening. I do like to theorize, but it does come a point, and I think that point's coming, where Fortnite needs to go lock in and go, no, this is what's happening, and like, okay, even if it doesn't make any sense, at least we know for sure this is the time travel thing they're using, or this is how realities interact with one another. This is how OG is. This is how OG is, and then it makes sense. It's good. It's done, and we can move the hell on. That's why most of my videos at the moment are talk about the Dark Harvester and things that are actually happening in front of us, rather than trying to work out nuclear fusion and some form of elemental powers that the universe has. Free version of timelines. But what I'm arguing is that, you know, Fortnite could be bending it, and then they're using two options of time travel, which kind of breaks things. But I guess if there's something to induct into that oh, the reason why we were able to do this was because the magnitude of the 0 point actually breaking the course, that we could mess around with the timeline or something like that. That's, I don't know. But guys, that was a bit of a yap about the Vault, Singularity, possible time travel, what Singularity, I suppose, could be doing. You know, Singularity is the Vault Keeper, so her coming back in Chapter 7, and with OG, we could see, obviously, a Reality Unknown version of Singularity, as well as Singularity herself. There's actually also a possibility that this is not our Singularity, which would be weirder, because Singularity really has no lore, so they could make her anything at this point, but they could make it Reality Unknown Singularity as well as the Visitor, which I don't know. Or we could run into both and they would actually be, have we had that yet? Yeah, we have a scenario where two counterparts actually run into each other and actually have a conversation, which would be kind of cool. But guys, if you did enjoy this one, leave a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you do buy anything in the Fortnite item shop, consider using creator code MrJayOWhy, and someone did inform me in chat that apparently the mech is in the item shop, so it could be teasing. Unless I'm being lied to. Am I being lied to? I mean, the mecha team leader crew thing from the drivers were in a few days ago. Oh yes, mecha team leader is in the item shop. Interesting. Very interesting. But anyway, guys, that's code MrJayOWhy. So, thanks for watching. Take two. Thanks for watching this video. If you did, I've already done this, haven't I? Thanks for watching this video. Until next time, bye bye. Right, we've got that video out the way. Yo! W Sebastian, thank you very much for becoming a member. Can we get W's in chat? For those of you not aware, that was me ending the video, not me ending the live stream. It's easier just to do the outro as I'm still recording. W's. Oh no, we haven't had an issue with recordings ending the live stream, but sometimes when I press that button, it just, and because there's a problem with the internet today, I'm just saying we could. I'm gonna just keep the recording going for another minute. Just, you know, just to at least thank this membership for coming through. Thank you for becoming a tenant. You do get some good emojis you can use now in the chat. So W's on that. Anyway, that's a fingers crossed, chat. Right. Hopefully we're still good. Anything else I wanted to discuss? I feel like I rambled in that video a bit. I feel like I rambled. Do I think the Chrome 7 are alive? Sorry, Ultra, let me read that again. Ultra says, Jay, do you think the Chrome 7 are actually dead or they're alive? So, obviously, the big part of the story at the moment, if you don't include the Dark Voyager and what's going on in OG, is obviously all the 7 statuses have now been revealed. The ones that got definitely took by Chrome, got taken by Chrome. The one that looked to have sacrificed herself in Zero Fusion has sacrificed herself in Zero Fusion. And indeed, the ones that we didn't see chromed, which we thought that got chromed because there was clues left behind, just ran away and hid for 5 years. Like, would still be good to know what the hell they were doing that whole time. I mean, obviously, the Ice King maybe froze the Foundation. That's where the Foundation was this whole time. But I would like a little bit more, because I seem to struggle, Fortnite, with trying to make the character exist out of the game, even though that is somewhat the point of the game. Like, we experience the Fortnite storyline from being islanders, yeah? From being loopers, so on the island. So something going off world, we don't usually see unless it interacts with the other game modes, like Reload, Blitz, Save the World, and then we see it. But there is other realities where a whole load of stuff can be going on. I always think there'd be a cool sort of comic book series with the Renegade sisters, the Renegade Raider sisters, and they could be from a reality, and they're 5 planes, and they're a good team. You can hear my pitch for that one day. But, you know, something else can be going on, right? But every time a character comes back who's been gone for years, they've either been in status or they've been dead in the underworld and then somehow came back, or they've been iced up. It's like they just don't exist outside the realms of Fortnite. The only one, strange enough, that existed was Visitor Reality Unknown, who at the moment isn't our visitor. It's very weird that Fortnite can't seem to write characters doing other stuff. It's like the Order. It's like, what were you doing when you wasn't in front of us? At least give us some crumbs. Obviously, we're not meant to see it because everything happens on the island, but it would be nice. But they just, I don't know, I'm trying to think of something. Maybe Midas is probably written pretty well, because when he comes back again, he comes back in a boat with the marigold, and like he always rounds up his crew, but that kind of happens on the island, so that doesn't really happen off screen either. It's like, there's this weird thing that it just can't sort of work out Fortnite, that these characters could have been doing a whole load of stuff, load of exposition that it can add to the game to build up lore. It can be a whole load of nonsense, really. Oh, I was fishing in reality 200. You know, the water is actually lava in there, but it's great. The fishes are amazing. I don't know, some rubbish or something. It just never seemed to do that. Never seemed to do that. But getting back to the point of the actual question, do I think the 7 are dead? The original 7. And obviously, it's obviously the exposition of finding out their statuses is to get us re-familiar. So that could be for a couple reasons. To install that we are doing this for a reason, and our fallen brothers are the 7, that's why we're doing it. Or it's to remind us that. Thank you for the 79p, Sebastian.
Sebastian's later -W1U donated 79 pence through Super Chat.
Big W's for the Super Chat there. Yeah, W's in chat indeed. W's. And for the membership as well. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. So obviously, yeah, it's one or two reasons. Now, obviously, they want to remind us to fuel us for the battle ahead, or they want to remind us that they're chromed and that there's a possibility that they will come back and that we have to save the 7 at some point. Amy said she couldn't then find the scientists, so maybe they left, maybe they moved. I still think my whole thing about the chrome, you know, that it looks like Mercury, the Herald was the Herald, which again, I know it connects stuff to mythos and mythology, but obviously, Mercury being a herald of the gods, being a psychopomp, so someone who guides souls to the afterlife, and there's just too many things there where I'm just like, that would be really good way to use the chrome as the last reality taking the 7 into their world. So I still think there's an opportunity. I wouldn't write off at least the Visitor, the Scientist, the Origin. Paradigm, on the other hand, possible. Like, think of all the characters that have interacted with the 0 point. I was thinking about this again. A lot more of them are alive than they are dead. I mean, yes, the Imagined. I mean, are they dead? What's his name? Dark Voyager. What's your actual other name? Eternal Voyager. We also got... Who else dies? Oh, Thingy died. Was it Vendetta or Thingy died, but he just hit the barrier outside the world and died. That wasn't really the 0 point. Then we got the Imagine Order God, that Foundation just threw in. Bro, he had a family, man. What you were doing there? But there's been more people that interacted with the 0 point and probably survived. Geno, obviously. We obviously meant to, but he's dead to the story. To people living the story. Oh, yeah, we saw Geno die, but obviously we know. This is kind of a point that they're sort of drumming home with trying to do this, like, status recap is like the same thing. If you think of it like, nah, that's what I'm thinking, that they're bringing up these names again. But what I'm basically saying is there's a chance that Paradigm interacting with the 0 point didn't kill her. Because, you know, Foundation was alright. He interacted pretty well with the 0 point. Trying to put it together. And he had a harder job. There was more shards when that 0 point is shattered. Like now we got 7, haven't we? That was like 32. So I would think, you know, I do think that at least the Chrome 7 are still somewhere out there and will be relevant at some point. I just think it's too good of a story point, a story pivot, an arc to get our teeth into eventually. But maybe not at this point. Who's reading up to the game? So, yeah, I think they could come back. Paradigm, yeah. Yeah. I mean, we get season next, we're going to see Reality Unknown Paradigm, apparently. And that's when their 7 come in. So I've got to say in the other video that, you know, that should happen at some point. No, no, the visitor different reality, same like the scientist different reality in season X theme time travel. Yeah, well, yeah, I suppose. Yeah, being in another 7 doesn't make sense, and the visitor has been acting strange. Also, we've heard basically nothing about his 7. Yeah, I mean, it could be the case that it just is a different 7, but yeah, he is acting a bit weird. But I guess we will find out next season, won't we? In OG. Sorry, the season after next. Foundation doesn't trust the paradigm and well, no, he trusts the paradigm now. That was rectified. Anyway, guys, I might make that one into a video as well. So, if you do buy anything in Fortnite item shop, consider using creator code MrJayOWhy in the Fortnite item shop. Hashtag add, hashtag Epic Partner. Yeah, I do think there's a chance they come back. I know people get really annoyed apparently for some reason. Oh, you always see this story theorist guy. It's like, did you not see they died literally in front of your face? Exhibit A. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Until next time, it has been your boy, MrJayOWhy. Until next time, bye-bye. Okay, I'm just pressing that one straight away. Whatever happens, happens. What do you think Reality Unknown 7's mission is? Well, hopefully not protecting the 0 point, because that would be a bit confusing. And then multiple 0 points or pass with time. I don't know. Sweet. Anyway, that's enough. We've done our job as a content creator to make some content. So W's on that front, chat. Chat, thanks for the 9 likes as well. Do appreciate the support on the stream. Can we ready up? Right, let's get involved in today's games. W. Oh, chat, thanks for 10 likes. W's. And again, Sebastian, thanks for the super chat and the membership. I have a theory. Are you the 7? Could be a branch timeline of the 7 created by the Big Bang. Art 2 support, sure, on the specifics. But what are your thoughts on this? Because of what the visitor says about... He obviously recognizes the place, but he says that... Is that a line that he says he got like a different sort of lived experience and it doesn't match to anything? You know, the Dark Voyager chasing them across reality doesn't match with anything we've experienced with our visitor. So, Branch would have to, you know, have a shared life until the point the timeline branches. So, I'm not sure about that one. I guess we could presume it's Singularity, but it might not be. I don't know. But the Singularity just seemed like a good bet at the moment. What the hell was going on there, chat? There was a bit of a lag. Oh yeah, I forgot this thing flies past now. Oh, you almost crashed into us, mate. Holy! Where are you going, man? Like, these bus drivers, they'd be like tested or something. I would argue that's, in Fortnite terms, that's not really a branch timeline. If it happens at the beginning of I get what you say. I guess it is essentially a branch timeline, but I feel like in Fortnite terms, that is just other realities, and that would just be a denotion of other realities at this point. If it's shattered in the present, is it shattered in the past? From our experience with a 0 point, that should... well, if you go back in time, I suppose. To a certain extent. I don't... You know what? I don't really know. I used to think, yes, a certain degree, but obviously at the time, in your timeline, you wouldn't have experienced that as being... cracked, so that isn't the case, but until you would have traveled in time, if you get what I'm saying. Oh my god. What's going on there? With the sound? Jay, are you visitor reality? No, don't think so. But I could be from like a different reality where he doesn't become the visitor. So I think it could just be that the Dark Voyager is planning to store the 0 point in the OG vault, which makes me think whether OG is controlled by the last reality. Well, that's always been our thought. Oh, now I can get on Twitter. Just about. What's season 3 about? Be the aftermath of probably the 0 point coming together and maybe being transported to OG. I don't really know. A lot of if spots and maybes at the moment. A lot of if, buts, and maybes. Oh, boom. Oh, boom. That was just a normal person address. What the hell? Can you turn before it gets negative, like bump into it? Chat, thanks for the 11 likes. If you are enjoying the content, make sure to hit the like button. And if you're on vertical stream, double tap the screen. Cyber Shogun X, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. I hope they say when the Unvaulting event is soon, because I need it. It is a W event, to be fair. The Unvaulting event is a W event. Oh my god, guys. I need a weapon. Do 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 do. Oh my god, I got 2. And a shotgun. Nice. And no. Okay, I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared just a little bit. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm too good. I actually locked in there. I actually locked in for once, headshot. Woo! Holy. That definitely deserves a like on the stream, though. What the hell? Oh my god, get destroyed! Oh my god, that was lucky. Can someone tell me what was going on with this? Huh. I'm MrJayOWhy. Yes, I actually might be him. Holy. I think that's the best I'm going to get ever in my life, I think. Take me. I got zero shot gun in the Ice King place. Actually, have they gone? Oh yeah, he has actually taken them, hasn't he? Oh, we didn't even see them, did we? Did we? Oh my god. Did we not see them? Oh no, they're still there. I just thought it was another thing where we don't see the sequence anymore because they sacked 1,000 people. Never mind. Panic over, chat. Panic over. Panic over, chat. Oh, what the hell? Chat, clip that. Clip. Whoa! Sorry. The wire of snow makes it look like you're like 10 billion feet in the air. Hello? Oh, hello. You know what? Has anyone seen any, you know, the leaker that worked for Epic Games? Have you ever seen that skin used for the bots? I don't think I have. Oh, they've had oh my god, Overwatch gameplay in. Oh my god, chat. We must. Oh, why don't they use a zero shard? Oh. Payload engage. What's the law with Overwatch? Do you own like a watch shop and you I don't know, have to protect the watches and you overlook them? I can't wait for Mech versus Monster again. Will it change? Will the robot look like the 7 one with Singularity Pilot? Will the Devourer look like how he did in Zero War Comics? Just need it. Wanter, hello, how's it going? All I know is there was a group called Overwatch that disbanded. Wow, spoilers, mate. They possess a zero, an inanimate object of great power. Every 3 years comes back to the games and gets shattered or something. So is Sloan coming back, or was it Singularity? Yeah, I guess it probably is Singularity at this point. Oh, we got the healing thing. Does this just heal? Can this actually... Oh, it actually heals me. So have we lost our gas station then? Is there no way of powering up the car here? Or is it we got an limited fuel or something? Payload. Where's this payload? Yeah, harvest stealth, downward stuff. Oh yeah, full damage is, well, full damage isn't gone. That's actually incorrect speaking. Ouch. Sorry, birds. How was your Fortnite game? Well, I killed 4 people and killed 6 pigeons.
Cargo loaded. Escort the payload to the extraction point.
There you go. Jay, have you played the updated Zero Build yet? As a Zero Build player, it's so much fun. I've never liked Zero Build.
The payload has reached its destination.
Thank you very much. Oh my god. Oh, this is the Overwatch guns. Oh, what do I take? Oh, that's mobility, isn't it? I go first person. It's probably instant, what do you call it? I don't even know what happened there. I don't know what happened there. Oh. Oh, cause he can. Okay. I get it. We've slowing disabled weapons instead of builds. Whoa. Should be build night. Ah! I can buff teammates' damage. Interesting. Interesting. Oh my god, it's Jules. Oh, fair. Heroes never die, or whatever. Whatever it is. Oh, yeah, this is a thingy effect. You know, this is actually broken. Overdrive pulse rifle. First night Fortnite. First night Fortnite? I mean, first person Fortnite. God, they should do it like a game. I don't know what they should call it, like a 5v5 mode. I know, well, that was one of my arguments. They should have did some games like a payload thing. I did argue this. Never mind. Where is this person? Oh.
Just in time.
Press the wrong button. What the hell? You wait for a train and 50 million come along at once. Nice. That is ridiculous. That's actually ridiculous. Like, what happened there? So, how am I shooting builds sometimes? I'm like, smacking on their door. It's like, oh, God. Literally every other shot got through my builds as I'm spamming. No, that's just ridiculous. Nah, that's just not on, that is. That is not on. That is definitely, it's definitely broken. So it's definitely weird with the internet today. Chat! Remember, if you do buy anything in the Fortnite item shop, consider using credit code MrJayOWhy. We have the Overwatch at 18 item bundle, 4,200 V-Bucks. Get yourself Mercy, Genji, Tracer, and Diva. Or as I called them on my, what did I call them? I can't remember. Angel Girl, Bunny Ears, 1 of the 7, random chapter 1 skin, and stolen Tony Stark's arc reactor. Apparently someone said 1 skin in Overwatch is about the price of this bundle or something. Which is crazy, that is the case. Cyberpunk's in. Chat, type 1 in the chat if you can't use my code in the Fortnite item shop. Remember, it does reset every 2 weeks. Don't forget about it. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Thank you, Ultra. Appreciated. What do you mean, River? What do you mean? You didn't use creator code MrJayOWhy in Fortnite item shop. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. No, give me another 5 seconds. I would have actually probably. I forgot I can do that. Right. Anyway, moving on from that one. I think my eyes started actually watering there. Oh, oh God. I'm here now. It's my birthday Wednesday. Happy birthday, Ethan! For Wednesday. Happy birthday, W's. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, Ethan. Happy birthday to you. Did you use credit code MrJayOWhy in the Fortnite item shop when spending V-Bucks? Please. You missed a stream on Wednesday. Did I stream Wednesday? Oh yeah, I did for about an hour. Yeah, it was a quick stream though, to be fair. Oh yeah, I have streamed this week. Oh, chat, you make it out to seem like I never stream anymore. I never upload content. I've uploaded 500 videos this year. No, I haven't. I don't know. Someone would have seen it. You got 6,300 V-Bucks. You haven't spent any of it with code MrJayOWhy in Fortnite item shop? I tried so hard. Okay, why did you just stop? What's happened to the music? Oh, here we go. What is happening? Anyway. I got my last 1,000 V-Bucks from the crew the other day. Jay, after losing 2p on the V-Buck purchase, it's not. It's. You got to. You know, I've got. If I build up my usage, and you know, the pennies is what makes the pounds. Hey, this is some good business advice. The pennies is what makes the pound. It's the little things in life that maketh the person. It's not. You can't always rush that finished state. You can't always become. You can't start off as a sigma male. You have to be a beta male, and then someone note that down. That's... Oh, I'm joking. I'm joking. As Tesco said, every little help. Exactly. That wasn't about shopping, guys. That was about pure dedication to the craft. You can do it. It's not just to buy a shovel to plant your tomatoes. It's about more than that, guys. Because, you know, you gotta eat, yeah? You gotta eat in food, you gotta eat in life, you gotta eat in business. Because you ain't you when you're hungry. Oh my god, chat, how do you, how do you, oh no, I've done that thing again. I've brought up the other desktop. Oh no! No! Oh, how do you do this? I forgot how you do this. I forgot how you do this. I forgot how you do. Damn it! Can I bring up my stream? Why is this even an option? Why is this even a thing that your computers can just randomly do? Your computers can just randomly do. Chat, someone tell me what button I need to press. Chat, someone tell me what... Chat, come on, help me out! You know what? I'll just use Google. How am I still alive? How do you... I'm in like a rainbow costume. How do you... Give me a second, chat. I can't... Why is this the song playing in the background? The button. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Ethan. Appreciate that. What is this music? It's meant to be on the. It's meant to be on EDM. Oh, this is not EDM. Oh. How am I still alive? Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so good at this game. Sorry. Anyway, reconvening with the stream now. God, I hate... Has anyone ever actually done that? Or is it just me who does that occasionally? Where it's just switch the whole screen over to like a whole other thing. Don't worry, chat, I've solved it. You go and do your college degree or something. Okay, we can turn down how loud this music is now. What happened to recall EDM music? I mean, does this class as EDM? I've got a secure contract, which I don't have a clue. I don't, you know. Oh, hello. Oh my god, it's the order. Oh my god. Okay, I thought that was a. Well, I should just stay where I was. I probably would have won the game. Because you're worth it. Oh my god, that's crazy. Just as dads used to say. It's awesome. What? What? Ah. Like a combination of two names. Ascriff Brothers and then Dairy's Associates. Asda. So two companies merged together. So at the moment we've got Fortwatch or Overnight. What do you reckon, chat? Chat, thanks for the 15 likes. Anyway, if you are anywhere near the game, please put in code MrJay. Don't be like half of you in chat apparently forgot to use it or something. Please. Please, I could redo it to support you. You know. If I get 1,000 people using my code this month, no, I don't know. One Asda and Sainsbury's gonna merge? I now you mention it, I do remember saying, but that couldn't be the thing, though. That seems like the weirdest thing ever. What Asda Sa? As the soup. Yeah, that would have been a horrible move, by the way. That would have been a terrible move. They could be having a monopoly over the market. I mean, not really. You just go... You go to the nearest supermarket, don't you? Wherever you are. When I'm at work... Actually, you know what? I don't... I actually stopped going into Morrison, so I actually try and avoid... Well, actually, I get, like, my lunch there, but I don't shop there anymore, because, like, the food's always... The packages are always damaged. The food's always, like, near enough off. Don't get me started on co-op. Picked up a soup can, by the way. A soup can. It was 6 months out of date. How is soup out of date? How do you leave a soup can that long? It's got out of date by 6 months. Soup's usually got like a year and a half. You're so bad, man, yo. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Are you fine? I'm splendid. Oh my God, John Jones! Why was he going to start role-playing? Whoa, John, it's me, Sloan! Remember we did that whole time travel thing, no? Why was bro about to role-play? What was that? Just started walking. He was all farming. No, I just thought he was going to start doing like some roleplay thing. Jones meeting Sloan for the first time since OG. Oh, first time since whatever the season was before then. I just go chapter 4, season 4. Do you think Goofy Jones will ever return? I mean, he's still pretty. Okay, maybe not, but you know, maybe. Asterix Fortnite collab. Every little helps, but every so often you get a massive lag spike. When people get eliminated on the game nowadays with the Asda collab, instead of just, you know, the drone taking it, you have to do that yourself. You have to pick up their actual card and you know, deposit it. That's a self-checkout. Mythic item. Wait, what if we get Asda versus Tote? I was about to say Tokyo. Tesco's season. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Mark! What? Not so invi- We have brought together the biggest British supermarkets to fight it out in Fortnite Battle Royale. We have Sainsbury's, Morrison's, Asda, Tesco's, Lidl, Aldi. They must battle effortlessly to gather the co-op point. Whoever reaches the co-op point first will be the British best supermarket. Forget about your buy one, get one freeze. No more self-surface. The only surface they'll be getting is a sweep and quick death. Oh, is that Bugs Bunny? Mr. Beast type here, it is actually. Oh my god, the checkout staff from Asda has just eliminated the manager of Sainsbury's. I can't believe that. I can't actually believe that. I didn't see that on my receipt. Who was he firing at? Oh. What the hell? Let me speak to your manager. Oh! What the hell? Jay, turn this into a profitable idea on the now I'll get sued, won't I? So since Paradigm is dead, who else might be in the ice pillar? Could still be. I mean, it could be those of the 7 who have been mentioned. It's just what they knew, or still, you know, they still haven't come up on radars or anything or anything. So Paradigm could still be about, or even any of the Chrome 7. But maybe at the moment it's just dead. They recapped it for a reason, obviously. But who could be behind it? We did say someone else, didn't we? We did say a Herald is a possibility. For some reason. I can't remember why we said that. I'm dead. Must use the power of the cooperative. They've literally just gone. I don't know where they've gone. This won't be a little fight. We must co-op here, guys. First, as then we. That's as okay. Oof, that might leave a mark. I forgot about Mark and Spencer's. Mark and Spencer's and Raytro's. Don't. They're like the last reality and the nothing. Oh my god. It's the expensive rich people's brands. We must leave now. We must work together against the definitely at least voted for conservative once supermarkets. We don't have enough power. Mark and Spencer's strawberry and cream sandwich replacing Kevin the Cube. They sell what? Oh, I knew this wrong. God, it's a 0 point. Oh yeah, we've already looked at the OG vote. The OG vote? OG vote. Holy. Oh my god, no! Save the meal deals! Yeah, so whoever got the best meal deal actually comes out on top and will claim the cooperative point. People coming in who haven't heard the rest of the stream must be like, what are they talking about? Hello. What in the anime is this? Anime intro. Might be the craziest message I ever typed in chat. Jay, if M&S is the last reality, then do they have a Mark Voyage? He sounds like a rich guy who definitely lives off his father's 10,000, what do you call it? Oh my god! Oh my god, that is not a good start for him. Switch to a gun! Oh, no, no! I threw! No! I threw. Who would be the imagined order? Sorry. Costco's. Got to have membership to go there. You took an oath! You took an oath, Jones! You can't come in at 10, you don't have a business card. You must come in at 10:30. The loop is of course, that's an easier. Dude. What the shopping centers are trying is very risky. I calculated it not for get the formation of the supermarket here. Now, buy one get one freeze would. I bought the Overwatch bundle with your credit code. Yes! Oh my god! We finally have someone who didn't forget to use their code. We finally have someone who. Oh. Thank you for using my code in Fortnite. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. It's about time. It was about time. Point is, happy music is just a weird thing that you can never find the right one. What? You think Singularity was the one in the robot in Chat 6, mate? Possibly. That's probably the front runner at the moment. See, that's what happens when you search happy music. Like, just weird, no? Well, in fact, Fortnite to give out the rivalry Bella, I have the Master Star unlocked. Yeah, no, I got one of the star. I don't know which star I got. The bot style. That's what I got. That's what I got, shit. I can't. They do this all the time. They just, you know. It's always made for, you know, Team Foundation to win it. Nah, we should be alright. But this one is going a lot quicker. It must be a shorter act. I feel like it's going quicker anyway. Chat, thanks for the 19 likes. Appreciate the support on the stream. That is a massive W's. As always, chat, massive W's.
Actual qualifications that were later.
Oops. Oh, God knows anymore. Oh well. Yeah, it did. I've done my assignment. Nice one, Ethan. That's what we like to hear. I feel like it's just becoming just chatting stream. Oh my God, guys. My hair is just... I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know what's going on with it. I have no idea if the epilogue is an act or, I don't know, just a few bits. It does show like two different like things, doesn't it? So it looks like an act. But what are they doing? Bringing the Overwatch guys back to go, oh, we better pick Team Foundation because, you know. The epilogue, that's just ask the same question. I have no idea. Do you think the paradigm could still come back after the voice lines? Possibly. Never say never. Didn't see a body. Didn't bury her. Might come back. Even when you do bury people in like TV shows or books or anything, they still come back. They're never truly gone. No. They're never truly gone. Army man, you think I'm the right army man? Mark! Why do you protect these pets? nothing. You'll watch them die, and they will grow old, and we shall live forever. I wonder if we see if he imagined again in any form. Don't know. I mean, obviously, Unknown Reality 7 and they actually do exist, and he's not just having a psychotic break. Yeah, I can take you to my 7. Why do you make me do this? Why is our buy one, get one free not as good as the other supermarkets? We must get to the co-op point right now. Which supermarket now would be invincible? Mark's got to be Mark and Spencer's. That makes sense, though. I think Army Man might be Morrison's. And they've destroyed some good meals they have for me. You outlaws every insignificant being on this planet. Wow. Not quite right. When our visitor originally left the rift in Chapter 1, Season 4, what if also went to another timeline temporary and helped the difference of them? I mean, if that's the case, some exposition would be nice. OG is not the past, and it definitely has a variant of the 0 point by the looks of it. A variant? Hate it. Absolutely hate it. Absolutely hate it. Absolutely hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Oh. Variants exist. What variants of the 0 point exist? Okay, yes, I know about the visitor reality unknown, but you've got to ask yourself. No, Ethan, you can capitalize both. The point is the point as well. The point 0 is the point at point. Wasn't it in OG 2023? No. Well, not to our knowledge, unless they've retconned it or whatever. Or maybe that was not the intention. There just can't be variants of the 0 point. It's 0. It's point 0. I would be so. Oh mate, it would allow me to just go. I mean, you know, I like this. It's not like I want to leave the story, you know, do other content by the storyline at the moment, but I would really seriously have to consider continuing. I fear not. I fear the Unvaulted event won't solve this. But 0 point can have variants. How? I mean, you know, you're not wrong. You know, just write. This is a variant of the 0 point. Print it. Take it to the designers to do, and then you do have 2 variants. But it doesn't. It would destroy any chance of the story ever making any sense from this point on. And it's just cooked. It's just cooked, and there's no point. Like, why? What would be the point? Please tell me the point. I haven't heard that. Everyone who says about multiple 0 points have just not been able to conceive and conventionalize. Is that the right word? A point of why it would be important past this point anymore. You're literally saying a variant. A variant means two, multiple. I mean, you can have that theory, but you need to somehow lay it on me how it makes any sense in this. No, don't say sorry. I'm saying how does that come across to you? Because, you know, I could be sitting here in 3 months' time, and I could be like, put the sad music on again, and I'll be like, but there's 400 0 points, and I don't know what. No, don't. I was about to say condescending. You're not being condescending. Don't, like, I don't know. Look, you can have opposing theories from me, but I am just seriously just don't understand the concept of multiple 0 points or 0 point variants. Like, and it doesn't come from theoreticals. It doesn't come from theories. It doesn't come from what I see in the story. It's from the understanding of one, the McGovern, and plus how the double mumbo jumbo is of it. It would castrate the story. It would kill it. Like, yeah, I'm sure there could be multiple 0 points and they writ it like that, but I'm just like, at that point, I'm just like, so why is the Dark Voyager cares about this one? Why can the 0 point move from different realities? Does it then go back to the whole flu-universe, whatever what they want to go on about? Which, you know, there's multiple omniverses. If each reality has a 0 point, why has it never been a problem before? If it's not every omniverse. I don't know. The visitor says he might come from. I don't think that was a great thing to write. It's just, I don't know if they wanted, they could theorise, it'd be so fun. But no, what the visitor did say, to be fair, and I agree. The visitor at Reality Unknown said, I could come from different reality, or perhaps, divergent realities or divergent timelines. But I would say that the perhaps really should push you away from that theory. A timeline is basically a reality, a divergent timeline, or equals different reality. Not from the yes. In terms of the Fortnite, no, everything sprung from the 0 point, or from the Big Bang again. So every 0 point, every reality is sprung back from a center mass. When you think of divergent timelines, or when I think of divergent timelines, you're thinking of it splitting every so often down the timeline. That can't happen as well. That would be messy. That doesn't need to be the case anyway. This should be not about being right in your theories. This is about the story being grounded. It's a lot. It's about If timelines branch, I hate it. If the 0 points are... It's a McGovern device and needs to be singular. It is also known as the singularity as well, which is... Oh no, there's a reality... Oh, if they go in that direction, I really have to consider jumping ship somewhere else. Because I think it just ungrounds the story and it just gets stupid. Like, they really should stick away from that and just focus on telling an actual story. I think they've really struggled this season, Fortnite, to tell an actual story. Yes, we've got like really interesting points in terms of like the Dark Voyager, but with everyone else, they've really struggled in terms of like, or just narratively still where we are with most of them. It's like, yeah, there's like, I get the whole Ice King and Foundation point, but the only one that's advancing and doing anything interesting is Dark Voyager. Everyone else is just really stagnant. The mechanic, how's it going? I mean, timelines can branch. I'm not saying that isn't the case, but usually they branch from one singular point and continue to branch, which means you get multiples of multiples of multiples, and one. You know, Marvel has a sacred timeline. They have, in terms of the MCU anyway. And they have divergent timelines from the sacred timeline, so everything sort of works back to that timeline, which is how they set up their universe. But how Fortnite has been set up for years is that there's different realities. Or no, I guess, you know, we have talked about this before. There is that line in that comic which is a mess, really. It's really badly, poorly written, if I'm being honest. It could argue to any point, but to our knowledge, realities are realities. It all stem from the 0 point. Boom. Well, it's not about setting it. We can't settle that. But no, OG is time travel. It could. It's reality. It's whatever. Look, I think the easiest way to explain it is to argue that it's possibly reality zero. That's things are different because of the butterfly effect, but it didn't cause too much anything further along the timeline because, you know, we knew about Sloane, so it's our past 110%, so it's not divergent. And if it did diverge, it then reconnected to the original timeline. I think that the physical versions of branch timelines could be the shards of the 0 point. You might have to extend that because you could almost go past a. Okay, go back to what we were saying about the 0 point being omnipresent and that traveling back. Like, yes, we saw the 0 point in chapter 2, season 6, because that was the current time, and that was encased in, and that was breaking apart, whatever. But, you know, he held it together. Okay, this is probably a bad example, but, you know, the 0 point is very much together in chapter 2, right? But if you went back now, the 0 point should be how it is now, because, you know, omnipresent, and that, you know, the timeline in your head doesn't solidify because you already lived those experience. So I guess you could argue with the 0 point. if the 0 point is, so. Oh God, I almost had something and I completely lost my trail of thought because it's stupid. But yeah, OG, the original OG. I've lost my trail of thought. Oh no, what I'm saying is now, if someone travels back in time and changes something for that one person, the 0 point will show up shattered in their memories. When with us, because we haven't travelled and we haven't messed around with our timeline, the 0 point still shows up how it did in our memories as being together. But now, since the 0 point is omnipresent, if you travel back in time, it will show up as it is now, which may change people's perspective on a few things. So, could at that point, could one of the shards have been messed around with earlier back in time and moved and shifted? But then it hasn't correlated. That's how the reality unknown visitor came to be. But he's the only one that I don't know, and he's kind of, instead of the reality being branched, there isn't actually one, but somehow the visitor reality unknown is some sort of like a strange occurrence where he exists because of the shards existing, and it's kind of broken him out of time. But there isn't actually a reality that exists, even though I'm not saying that on reality OG. That's obviously something else. But I don't know. It's honestly, like, if I ever got down with one of these guys, I would absolutely just cane them because they really just done a horrible job sometimes. Time travel was the worst thing they could have done to Fortnite. But they just had to nail it. They just had to nail it the first time. And when they introduced OG, they just had to be clear on what it was. I mean, yeah, but then it's not important. In terms of what Annika's saying, like, yeah, I get it, but then I'm like, it lacks longevity, and we're at a point in the story when that shouldn't be the case. You shouldn't just be throwing things away. I feel like you'd be throwing that away. I get the whole with Forge like thing of it, but that's. And it's quite a leap of faith to presume that each one of the 0 points only split one of the members of the 7. I know, I guess it split the realities as well, but then there's multiple 7s, isn't there? Because you have to interact with each one. So what, it's 7 teams of 7? That's when I start talking, because it's not just who you interact with, it's what would be added to the world, and that is what happens. Anyway, I'll be back in a second. Yo, guys, welcome back. No, I'm just pretending to start streaming again. Chat, if you want to check out my merch, the link is in the description. Also, my Patreon, Twitter, my other YouTube channels. If you've got any time, them links are in the description, so you can check them out. I mean, that's obviously, I mean, we talked about this before. That's obviously just a theory, but how Sloan was also explained that it needs to revert back in to the original timeline because it explains the butterfly effect and the grandfather paradox. It doesn't even make sense. It was not meant to be. This is your fight now, our fight, not the other 7 that somehow she thought all the rest of the 7 were dead. Honestly, I'm actually getting annoyed thinking about what. Sorry, Order and Foundation. Like what happened to you two? Why do you leave her to do all the hard work? Two times the Foundation. Honestly, the Foundation needs to be kicked out and the leader of the 7. Honestly. You know what I'm going to say? Might be a controversial take. Out of any group called the 7, the Foundation is the worst leader. Actually, might be the worst leader. Oh, if you had a choice, I'm going to join A7. If it's Homelanders 7 in the boys or the Foundation 7 in Fortnite, I'm gonna pick probably the Homelander. Well, at least I know what I got coming to me. Eh? Foundation be like, oh yeah, welcome back, Paradigm. Oh wait, you need Zero Fusion. Yeah, let me just sneak off and actually, no, you know what? They're literally the same. They are literally the same. They actually might be the same. When they need you most, the Homelander and the Foundation will just up and leave. So here, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Foundation isn't Homelander level. I mean, it wasn't for the scientists. The Foundation was going to kill Paradigm. And he ended up leaving her anyway when Paradigm needed a hand. This just seems like a headache. Hey, if the boys come in, that's why we're getting Homelander. Because the Foundation will think, oh, there's another guy who can sort of irresponsible lead his 7. You're just gonna have hope in the middle of it, saying, "Oh, maybe we should make the 14." Yeah, I'm sure that'd be a good idea. Please don't kill me. Thank you. Power. Chat, thanks for 22 likes. Oh, just jump in my box like an absolute weirdo. Could be from Reality Unknown's Iceman. No, well, no, because I think it's Ice King or Ice Moon. Or what's left of it. Oh! Oh my god, the Kinetic Blade. Oh my god, Asia's. Oh my god, Geno's got. Oh my god. So is it, what happened there? What happened there? I'm about to crash out. What happened there? Yeah, I don't know why it happened. The sword is broken. The new full damage update. Okay, Leon, let me explain this one to you slowly. I had charges of the Kinetic Blade. The Kinetic Blade didn't charge. I should have just Kinetic Blade. I shouldn't have taken any full damage. Such a wacky animation. We're never gonna get a new clip of funny full deaths in game anymore outside OG. Yeah. Oh, these kids nowadays, I don't know how easy they got it. Back in my day, I used to just fall to your death. Back in my day. Oh my god. Work! Oh, what is that, man? It's got bleed, just destroy my momentum. Bye, me pro. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. The new full damage might actually be an issue if they can't fix stuff like that. Back in my day, we could die to full damage, battle pass skins could not return, said the world needed to be paid for, V-Bucks. Has anything returned? Oh yeah, no, there's one thing returned, isn't it? Let's see. Oh my god, battle pass skins can return. Oh, look at what the ones that return. Oh my god. We can do sky bases, not really. And then just die when you hit the ground anyway because someone just shot you anyway. Still think Geno is the Dark Voyager's master. The only things that back that up are the colour scheme of the Dark Harvester and the literal poster. Meanwhile, Jones think Geno is dead and we have so much lost reality stuff. It's like, if it is Geno, right? Here's another thing about construction of a story. Now we talk about the 0 point being the MacGuffin, and if there were several of them, it just would lose its impact. Same thing here with like. So if this is Geno and the Dark Voyager's boss is, or master is Geno, how would you then go about introducing the lost reality and then nothing into the story? We should use a cube. No, a cube. No, a circular object. No, it's like you could, like you would blend their things too much, and it's like you would struggle to start putting the nothing in the last reality into the game, and with their what do you call it, like storyline targets now, like. A trigger when you see something from the last reality. That's what the story's meant to be. So it would be a. Oh, it would be a bit of a. I mean, Fortnite has done that before, to be fair, but it would be a bit of even same thing with the Reality Unknown visitor. Thinking it was ours for the first 4 months, because why would we think any different? You know my thoughts on it by now. It's just extremely messy. I've only got a year until I turn into an adult. I've got a year until I claim my pension, I think. What? If Geno is the Dark Voyager's master, it's just plain up bad writing. I'm not retiring on this money yet. Chat, 22 likes. So if I start doing V-Bucks scams, then maybe. Is it my 34th birthday soon? Not at the moment. I guess it's soon. No, July. So for my birthday, each person donates me £10. Good times. Good times. That's crazy. How can you knock someone out and they didn't when you went to offer a tap? How can someone knock you out when you offer them the tap? That's crazy. You have 24 grand? Yeah. Also, no, you have to consider that some of them might be obviously, you know, old accounts, don't use it anymore, don't watch me. If it's a 10 of them, then it might be, you know, then I only need 2,400, wouldn't I? Oh, basketballs.
Let's try that again.
Didn't stand a chance. Oh. Okay, ship, take off. Oh, never mind. I tried. I tried, chat, I tried. Why did I just hit there? OJ had a shave and only kept the moustache. I've had a moustache. Where were you for the moustache streams? Get the moustache back.
Just in time.
Oh. Be the village from what you meant to be. She saw me. How are you actually meant to get out of here? Like, where's the road? Oh, so technically, I guess it's here you're meant to get out. Oh. What the hell? Oh wait, no, I thought they were stairs. Okay, they actually dropped down the ramp. Never mind. This is a stair. Okay, so, oh no, that's also dropped down ramp. Never mind. Then. Forget what I said. I have no idea what I'm talking about. What's happened to the forest? Hey, what a wonderful time of day. Chat, thanks for 22 likes. Appreciate the support on the stream. The member we've had this stream, the super chat as well. I do appreciate it. Whee! No worries, Ethan. Thanks for being here. Do appreciate it. The good rest of your day. Where is this? Oh. I know you can't. I thought you can't transport it from the car apparently. Oh. So, but it's a bounty! It's a rival! So, you know. I just can't get it. Before I, you know, pick up a new car or fill me back up, you know. Chat. Well, let's go and get this person as well. Item shop resets in 20 minutes, doesn't it? I think we get. Is it SD kit tonight? A dog might actually be okay. The rest of it actually, I don't know. Does it reset at 12? I thought it was 1. I might have already reset it. This person's giving me the runaround. I've just seen a car. They're driving a car around per Pete. It switches between summer and winter and different times of year. So sometimes it can be 12 and sometimes it can be 1. Oh, I might need to forget about this bounty. It's just annoying. Wicked, mate. Alright now, Governor, how's it going? What the hell? I didn't. I went before the ram, so how. Okay, whatever. 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 Yeah, okay. Oh, that made perfect. That made perfect sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, 100%. That made sense. Do. Oh, well, never mind. Chat, thanks for the 22 likes. Right. What shall we do now? What shall we do? Maybe switch it up for a bit. Maybe a bit of OG. We obviously did check out OG earlier on. A little run around it, the vault. Or on top of it, I suppose. Do. Right, Jay, you know the metal for the vault, does it cover the entire map? I guess we could presume it kind of does, but does it? Because one of the dig sites digs down and it doesn't hit the vault, so maybe, maybe not. Probably a 50-50 thing. My God, look at it, it's beautiful. The vault, the volcano. My God, it's 2019 all over again. Yeah, because you got this vault here. No. Oh wait, does it hit? Does it hit something? But this is slightly dug higher than Loot Lake, isn't it? That didn't hit anything bar a geyser. But who knows, eh? Who knows? Oh my God, so easy. I do love when a plan comes together. Give me some loot. Cool. That is pretty cool. Alright, right. Oh, shadow bombs. Oh my God. Actually sick, chat. Actually sick. Oh my God, this actually might be the best Fortnite season ever. What was... Oh, that was a plane. Oh, what was it? Let's lose the geezers to our advantage. Okay, anybody? Anybody? Oh, hello. It's a Peely. Oh, he's got bad aim. Or he just stands still and doesn't do anything, so. Either one will help me out, I suppose. Oh, damn. Do we have to drop the nice shadow bombs? Wait, what? I thought when you were spamming it, it stays, but why was that so short? I thought it was like 7 seconds, and then you'd had to keep spamming up a wall to keep it. Okay, why is bro editing like that? June the 5th. Is it? I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. Have I forgotten how to use these? I've obviously forgotten how to use these because... Holy heck, they're trash. Is it if you... Oh, I think Manton's kind of messed them up, really. What if you can't land back on your feet or something? I'm too tired for this. I'm too tired. June the 5th. Fair enough. Interesting. I need some heals. Just in case I get into a little bit of trouble. Okie dokie. Zone. Huh. Practically in. Not bad. Oh my god, it's the Dark Presence, chat. Can you believe it? Hello, anybody walking around here? I see remnants of people. Okie dokie, and quick scope. What? Okay, well that's a rather rude. I hope we see the Dark Voyager's Master in the event somehow. Maybe Last Reality cameo too. Hope so. That would be pretty cool if it does. Okay, I've lost sight where this person is. Okay, I guess we... That's close. I mean, I get... What's happening here? Yeah, if not, maybe like a tease. It depends if you believe in Last Reality or Jedi somehow. Ow, that hurt my shoes. Why is the storm so thick? Holy. So there could be someone outside this storm circle, I just wouldn't know. I wouldn't know, chat, I wouldn't know. I can never see that storm, bro. Yeah, chapter 5, I think, was the last time the storm was actually, you know, reliable. Maybe? Maybe a little late, maybe a little earlier than that. Oh my god, zone is... Oh, I should have gone over there. Can I get some form of mobility, please? That's like a geyser or a rift device or rift portal. I don't know. Okay, bro's got some sixth sense. I like the idea of Dark Voyager being... Oh my god. I like the idea of the Dark Voyager being a for hire and not actually serving them nothing, but there was just too many hints that he is serving in Last Reality. Lego can't mention nothing as well. Obviously, nothing is watching all the insignia, whatever you call it, around the sanctuary. I'm gonna go now, Jay. Really good stream. Thank you, Ultra. Have a good rest of your day. I really don't want it to be Geno. Yeah, Geno would be a bit weird. Like, how would you tease the Nothing and the Last Reality if you've used all their sort of hints for Geno? You'd be like, sort of blending them two together. Really weird. I don't know if I missed the whole sniper thing, and you know, because you don't really get that in chapter 7, do you? And you just get overwatched or. I know, that's literally what I'm about to say. A gold pump, I did 37. I hit 150 with a sniper, and then the gold pump just goes, well, actually, you know, I'm actually a wet paper towel. Alright, that's not a. I mean, what did we do wrong in that game? To enlighten me, Fortnite. Should have hit him with a pickaxe instead of my gold pump. Also, did I not also have a? Oh no, I had a purple sniper in there. 150. Oh well. Never mind, I suppose. Strange, strange Fortnite world we live in. One where shots are hitting for nothing. Okie dokie, well, let's go to where Lonely Lodge. Oh my god, I was about to call it Lazy Lonely or something. I was like, that's not right. It's a different place entirely. Okie dokie. Anyone? No, this is mine. No doubt he's probably trying to pickaxe the bottom, so I better go down quick. Just actually, that would save me, won't it? Before. Why that? Like, it's 2 shots with a purple pump. He's 100 HP. Like, what is happening? Are you freak out too with the end of 0 hour? Chapter 7 trailer. The Dark Void arriving. Yes, I was. It was crazy stuff to see the last reality return. I think I'm just gonna not pick up a purple gold pump. I think that's where I'm going wrong. It would have been nice to see it in the event, but my game lagged out as it started doing the thingy. But once I saw it afterwards, when I flicked over somebody else's stream, I was like, oh my god, what the hell? That's crazy. So it's good to see, I suppose. What the hell? I was so convinced that they wouldn't come back. Yeah, I was always convinced that Last Reality and the 7 would come back. Oh, it's pretty, what's the word? Oh, it's the item shop reset. Oh my god, SD Kid is in the shop! First skin to get 0 sales. No, if anyone, oh, I'm sure, you know what? It's not a bad skin, really. I feel like they could have done a bit more on the t-shirt front. The extra style looks alright. That looks pretty sick. Very interesting, like how it illuminates. It's pretty cool. Doggy's kind of cute, I suppose. What a cutie, eh? Aww. When I was on Twitter earlier, I said, oh, this is the type of dog that, you know, your mate will go, oh, he's such a friendly dog, he doesn't bite. He's like, argh. And you're like, are you sure? This is the dog they tell you it's a stroke. Yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah, his name is Cupcake and he won't bite, I swear. And look at him! Such a cutie. Look, oh, how cute is that? Oh, it'd be fine. Fine. Innovative Sloaners in the item shop. I did say jokingly the other day, look, oh, we're good into Sloan beers in the item shop. Is it on battle ready? If it's on battle ready, it's I'm sold. Oh, is it not in battle ready? Oh, it's not in battle ready. It doesn't count. Oh wow. All right, no, it's just a PNG's image of it. Fortnite drops. Oh, got a society member. I don't know what Harsh. Harsh seems elite. No. Give elite star. Should be fine. Crazy. Oh, I've got new kicks, I suppose. Crazy. Anyway, guys, if you do buy anything at Fortnite item shop, consider using credit code MrJayOWhy in Fortnite item shop. Hashtag ad, hashtag empire. Type 1 in the chat if you can't use my code so I can thank you personally. I do appreciate it. Oh, there's the locker bundle. Samusu, thank you. Appreciated. How good does he Sloan back then? Interesting. Interesting. Actually, since that's got to be my Fortnite post for my Fortnite post. What am I saying? My YouTube post. You're like, oh guys, Innovator Sloan's back in the shop. If you do buy it, you can see using credit code MrJayOWhy. So it seems like everyone forgets. Is Sloan back in? Oh no, that's in caps. Sloan back in the shop. Suspicious much? Consider using credit code MrJayOWhy. So, hashtag ad. There we go. God, it's like I know what I'm doing as a YouTuber sometimes. Sometimes I lock in. What is happening here? For my image card? That will do. That will diddly do. Do. Actually, someone was saying about Zero Build earlier on, so you got Siphon on your shield. That's pretty cool if you like Zero Build. Interesting. No idea what that means. Huh. Like I've always on Fortnite, so I'm always scanning the item shop for deals or skins I want. I purely do zero build. Cool, cool. If the last reality are set to fully come back, they should do what they did for Galactus or the Death Star arrival. In what regard? Like, go on the ship? Okay, is it tilted I'm going? Probably. Tilted. Oh god. I like how Galactus would say move toward the iron. Oh, okay, so like, okay, I see what you're... Gotta start picking people off quickly. Okay, can we have some heals? Thank you. Okay, I'm actually clearing up Tilton. Who would have thought, eh? Not me. God, it would be nice if I got, I don't know, heals. Is heals banned on OG now? Does that change? Oh my god. Might have to be my get out of jail free card. God, hunting rifle. Nope. Hello. What the? Oh my god, there's no way! Oh, this game's absolutely giving me nothing. I wouldn't be playing like that, but it just gave me hills. With like killing 4 people. That's ridiculous. That's actually just... So you got BR taking full damage when you shouldn't be really taking full damage because you're either using a kinetic blade or using something that should thingy full damage, and then he's just not getting heals. It's ridiculous, this game is sometimes. Holy. I think that's it, chat, for today. Well, chat, thanks for being here. Do appreciate the support. If you buy anything in the Fortnite item shop, as I said, consider using creator code MrJayOWhy in the Fortnite item shop, MrJayOWhy. Thank you everyone who's using my code W's. If you want to see more content, either stick around on the channel, watch some videos, or check out the description of the stream, and there's some places, other content, other channels. But guys, that's me done for today. It's been a good one. But until next time, it has been your boy, MrJayOWhy.